Okay. I'm just giving you the answer to the question you're asking all night long.
That's Bill Maher rendering his guests speechless by explaining the real reason he thinks voters want to support Trump. Welcome to Star Scene. Today, we're taking a few minutes to break down a viral clip of Bill Maher. In the segment, Stephen A. Smith and Adam Schiff got into a debate about whether Republicans want to suppress voting rights altogether. Bill then offered a surprisingly sharp insight that left his panel stunned.
I respect the fact that you don't share my pessimism. I truly do. I understand where you're coming from. But I think that's part of the problem. I think the Democratic Party should share my pessimism. I think they should be on high alert. I think they need to treat him with the seriousness that it deserves, because you having a lot of faith in the American people. The man did get over 74 million votes. You've got people that are looking at Joe Biden. I'm not going to call him a cognitive mess or anything like that. That's very disrespectful. I would never speak about our president that way. But when you're 82 years of age, it's not offensive to say you're no longer a spring chicken and you don't seem to have the level of 5 and the energy that you want to have. And so you take that into consideration. You can't ignore the fact that this man is a threat.
Oh, make no mistake. I take him as serious as a heart attack.
Okay.
I'm optimistic, but we're going to have to fight tooth and nail. And one of the biggest obstacles we're going to have to overcome is all the efforts to prevent people from voting.
Okay.
We're going to have to turn out our people. We're going to have to work like never before. We're going to have to work like our democracy is on the line, because it damn well is.
Right.
I don't. So I take this as serious as a heart attack.
Let's interject one thing into this discussion about Trump that we've been having all night. It was a question I was going to ask you. We ran out of time.
Sure.
The Atlantic put out an article last year, and it was called "Separating Sports by Sex Doesn't Make Sense."
Right.
And talked about how we separate sports like the WNBA just because it's just socialization. This is insane.
I agree.
Okay. That's why people vote for Trump. Because there's stuff like that on the left that people just go, I know Trump's horrible, but separating by sports by sex makes perfect sense. And if you think it doesn't, you can't leave the country.
But that's cutting off your nose to spite your face.
Okay. I'm just giving you the answer to the question you're asking all night long. Why do they vote for Donald Trump? It's not always because they like him. No, it's because stuff like that is kookier.
Yeah, Seth, that's not cutting off your nose to spite your face. It's more like if you had to pick a babysitter for your infant. One has a few character quirks and the other believes your baby is a dog. Obviously, you'd pick the first one. What Bill Maher said was a little reductive, but absolutely correct. Sure, there are other reasons people might vote for Trump, but for the most part, Maher's right. The bigger issue is that the mainstream left is so insulated by its own media and blind to the chaos within its own party that they don't even realize what's going on. Remember when Dennis Prager went on Real Time with Bill Maher and said that men can't menstruate? Everyone on the panel looked at him like he had a third head, as if he was just making up some insane claim. Fast forward 5 years, and Bill is finally catching on to the fact that the left is actively trying to erase gender distinctions. I mean, I appreciate the effort, but dude, you're a little late to the party.
To say America is anti-Semitic is a lie. To say it is racist is a lie.
Okay,
These are giant left-wing lies.
We're talking about degrees.
To say that men can menstruate is a lie. And that is what is said.
Yes. Wait, where did that...
You never heard it, right? Okay. Check it out, folks. Check it out. Anyone who says a man cannot menstruate is considered transphobic.
I missed this whole story.
You did?
I did.
I agree.
Now tell me where
Google
you're getting this.
Just Google it. Can men menstruate?
Who is saying this? You're talking about a very small percentage.
Oh, really? Then how do you allow men, biological men, to run against women in the races in Connecticut?
Moving on to the next. Dennis, I remember you in the old show, you were a little more reasonable.
What did I say that wasn't unreasonable?
You said that we think that men menstruate and no one does. We never even. Have you heard about it?
I'm a doctor. I missed that one, I confess.
And this is one of the premier reporters. I mean, he knows everything. These people are very. He's a doctor.
Okay.
He's one of the great.
I would make a friendly bet that.
And to Stephen A. Smith and Adam Schiff's points, Smith acts as though he won't say anything negative about the president because he holds the office in such high regard. Yet he supports an embarrassment like Joe Biden and has no issue slandering Trump. He even suggested he would annihilate Trump in a debate. As for Schiff, The idea that Republicans are trying to prevent people from voting is just nonsense. Wanting people to show ID isn't preventing voting. Republicans simply want secure elections. At this point, South Africa has a more secure election system than we do. And the notion that black people can't even manage to get an ID? That's insulting. Talk about conflicting interests. I honestly don't understand how someone like Stephen A. Smith could support a party that portrays his own racial group as so helpless that they can't handle something as basic as obtaining identification. But let me know what you think. Was Bill Maher correct in his assessment? Would Stephen A. Smith really annihilate Trump in a debate? And why is Adam Schiff still on TV? Share your thoughts in the comments. Until then, this has been Star Scene.